there was a girl. This was before storms, before memories, and before legends. But there was still a girl. She wore a long, vibrant red scarf to blow in the wind, with twin tails extending far behind her. The girl and the scarf played and danced as girls do today. In fact, most things were the same then as they are today, except for one big difference. As today, she noticed the wall. In those days, a high, terrible wall stretched toward the moons, blocking the sky and throwing everything into shadow. It kept out the storms. It had existed for so long, nobody knew how it had been built. That did not bother them. Why wonder when the mountains began, or why the sky was high? Like those things were, so the wall was. People worked as farmers or washwomen, doing their duties with heads bowed in the wall's shadow. Only the girl looked up at that wall. She approached a man standing behind a small cart of fruit.
Why is there a wall?
To keep the bad things out.
What bad things?
Very bad things. There is a wall. Do not go beyond it, or you shall die.
The fruit seller moved away. Still, the girl looked up at the wall. She asked a woman holding her child,
Why is there a wall?
To protect us.
To protect us from what?
Very bad things. There's a wall. Do not go beyond it or you shall die.
The woman took her child and left. The girl climbed a tree.
Why is there a wall?
She asked a boy sleeping lazily in a branch.
What wall?
The girl pointed.
It's a wall. A giant wall. It must be there for a purpose.
Oh, that's not a wall. That's just the way the sky is over there. Yes, it is a wall. Don't go beyond it or you'll probably die.
Well, these answers did not satisfy the girl who looked up. She reasoned to herself, if the wall kept evil things out, then the space on this side of it should be safe. So one night, while the others slept, she sneaked from her home with supplies and walked toward the wall. Indeed, the land was safe, but it was also dark, always in the shadow of that wall. The only wind was the pleasant one that played with her scarf, and the only creatures she saw were the kremlings that clicked at her. At long last, the girl stood before the wall. It was truly expansive, running as far as she could see in either direction, and its height reached almost to the skies. It grew spikes from its front in bristling patches and had hunched, ugly statues. She climbed. She had climbed the highest trees all through her youth. She could do this. The climb took days. At night, the girl who looked up would tie herself a hammock out of her scarf and sleep there. She picked out her village at one point, remarking on how small it seemed now that she was high. As she neared the top, she finally began to fear what she would find on the other side. Unfortunately, this fear did not stop her. She was young, and questions bothered her more than fear. So it was that she finally struggled to the very top and stood to see the other side, the hidden side. On that side of the wall, the girl saw steps. The back side of the wall was crisscrossed with enormous sets of steps leading down to the ground, so distant. The girl stared at those steps, and suddenly the gruesome statues on her side of the wall made sense. The spikes, the way it cast everything into shadow. The wall did indeed hide something evil, something frightening. It was the people, like the girl her village.